If you would like your learners to prepare an essay on a certain topic, add the task that is called Open Response Assessment. This type of assignment has its own independent due date settings, and the grace period you've set for all the tasks in the course, and the due date you've set for all the tasks in the subsection do not influence it. To add the Open Response Assessment problem, go to the unit and add a problem from the Advanced tab. This is just an example of a component with the task itself and the following steps. Now let's move to the settings. A prompt is the question that you want your learners to answer. It might also include tips and instructions. You can add as many questions you need, but we will keep just one. Your assignment must include a rubric, that is the guidance for the person who will be grading essays. Let's delete everything and create our own rubric from the scratch. Each component can have just one rubric, no matter how many prompts you've added. Now it's time to add our own criterion. We will add just one as an example, but you can add as many as you need. Enter a short name for the criterion. Please keep in mind that this name cannot be changed after you release the assignment. Enter the description. Each criterion has a set of options. Usually they describe how well each response satisfies the criterion. The option explanation helps the person performing the assessment to rate the response. Make sure the explanation for each option is as specific as possible. Enter the number of grade points that each option provides. Please keep in mind that after you publish the assignment, you can no longer change the structure of the rubric and the point values. Next, select a feedback value in the drop-down list. It designates if the person who grades the assignments should leave the feedback or not. If you do not want to allow feedback for this particular criterion, select None. To allow feedback but not require it, select Optional. To require feedback for this criterion, select Required. Below you can add feedback instructions and change the default text for the feedback field. And we have Settings tab left. Here you can change the display name for the task, set when learners can start providing their responses, and the due date and time for submitting essays. Once again, the grace period and any other due dates you have on the course do not influence the dates you are setting for the Open Response Assessment task. Your learners can submit text responses, files, or both. For the text response field, select one of the following options. None if you do not accept text responses, Required if learner has to provide a text response, and Optional if you allow learners to choose what method they prefer. The File Uploads response sets if your learners have to submit their essays as files or not. Select one of the following options. None that you do not accept files, Required that user has to upload the file, and Optional. If you select Optional or Required, you have to select the types of files you accept from the drop-down menu. You can allow to upload PDF files and images, images only, or custom file types. In that case, you also need to enter the file extensions that you accept, separated by commas. LaTeX is a software system for document preparation. Select if you allow such type of documents or not. The system can reflect up to 99 top responses. Keep 0 in this line if you don't need this option. The assignment can include a training step, a peer assessment step, and a self-assessment step. Those steps are needed if you want learners to participate in the assessment process. For the moment, we want only staff members to do the assessment, so keep staff grade option only. Now save the changes and publish this unit.